Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd film get to know me and answer some law school questions that I've been seeing and that have been asked in my channel in some of my other videos. So I thought I would just make one video, answer all the questions, and then for you guys to kind of get to know me. So to start off, I'll introduce myself. My name is Alex. I'm a first-year law student here in Texas. So I'm about to start my second semester tomorrow. I'll be taking Civil Procedure 2, Legal Writing 2, Criminal Law, Property 1, Legal Research, and Practice Foundations. Yes, Practice Foundations. So those are 6 classes, so my schedule is going to be super packed this semester. A lot of reading. I've actually already started doing a lot of my homework and assignments for this upcoming week. They were assigned like a week and a half ago, so definitely have to be on top of it this semester, more than last semester. A common question that I see is, what major do you need to go to law school? And you don't necessarily need a specific major, you just need a bachelor's degree. I actually graduated with a bachelor's in political science and a minor in forensic psychology. I got this degree at Texas State University here in Texas. It was actually in San Marcos, Texas. So yeah, I got my bachelor's there. So my minor was actually more focused on criminal justice classes and psychology classes. My major was more of government classes and writing classes. I don't need a specific major. I do have a friend who's an accounting major and she's in law school. We do have other types of majors. So the next question is, did I take a gap year or come straight, and what do I recommend? So I actually came straight from college to law school. I graduated about a year ago in December 2018. I actually finished the semester earlier than expected. So my expected graduation date within the 4 years was May 2019, and I finished the semester before. So obviously I could not come to law school in January because they don't admit people in the spring. I had to wait till the fall. So I did take that semester, that spring semester, to work because obviously I couldn't come to law school yet. I had applied and I had been admitted and all that stuff by then, so I already knew I was coming in the fall, but I couldn't start until the fall. So technically I came straight, but I did have a semester off to kind of just work and get other type of experience before coming to law school. So it's not like I finished school, had a summer, and then started school again. I had a little bit longer. I do recommend either or. I really can't pick one just because I don't know the experience of someone who has taken time off. I only have the experience of someone who's came straight, and I personally chose that because I feel like I just want to get it over with, get school done. I don't want to take time off because then I feel like it's just going to take longer for me to get to my end goal, which is being an attorney. So I didn't take time off, but I do have a lot of classmates who are actually older than me or have taken like about 3 years off, and they do just perfectly fine. What type of law am I interested in? So for the most part, I'm interested in criminal law. Obviously I would start with the prosecution side and then maybe eventually flip over to the defense side, but as of right now, I'm just leaning towards prosecution. I'm also interested in family law. I know that's a shocker because a lot of people try to avoid family law, but I don't know, I just feel like someone needs to do it, and I feel like I wouldn't, not enjoy doing it, but I feel like I'd be good at it. And another one that I've kind of been looking into or kind of interested in getting more information about is like wills and probate and trusts and all that. So I haven't taken any courses that have to deal with that just yet. So I guess as I get into them, I'll update you guys and see what I think about it. But those are for sure my top 3 subjects that I would be interested in practicing. How long did I study for the LSAT? So from my experience with the LSAT, it was a little bit different because a lot of people take the pre-made courses, so like through Kaplan or Princeton Review and all that. I myself took a self-paced course through LSAT Max. I did make a video on my LSAT experience and how I studied for the LSAT and all that. It's one of my very first videos. There's a lot of useful information on there, and I talk about how I used this specific form of studying, and it did take me a little bit longer because at the time I was working 2 jobs, being a full-time college student and then trying to study for the LSAT. So I did study for about 5 months. Most of these pre-made courses just study for about 3 months, but you study a lot more time per week. But you don't want to start studying way too early to where you'll forget. You just want to make sure you pace yourself. So that did help me. I did take the LSAT twice. Do you need to take it twice? Absolutely not. Do I regret taking it twice? No. But I can tell you that it doesn't get easier. So if you're planning on taking it twice because the first time was scary, intimidating, or whatever, and you think the second time it's not going to be that way, it's definitely still going to be that way. So I don't regret taking it twice, but just consider if you're going to take it twice, just consider the pros and the cons. Also, in my LSAT video, I also mentioned that some schools don't take the highest, they kind of average them out. Those are more of the Ivy League schools. My school just takes the highest. So if you do worse on your second one, they'll take the highest, but if you do worse on your second one, the schools that average will definitely be affected. So just keep that in mind. What are some of my goals for the spring semester? So some of my goals are to stay more focused. I've actually decided to delete some of my social medias, not all of them, but like Twitter, maybe Snapchat and all those, I'll delete just because they do take a ridiculous amount of time off my hands, and it happens subconsciously. So I've decided that if they're not in my sight, they're not on my phone, then I obviously can't use them. So taking that time, those 30 minutes that I spent scrolling through Twitter could be used towards finishing reading a chapter in my book. So I've decided that letting go of social media is going to help me during the semester. Another goal is to ask for help more often. So go to more professors' office hours. A lot of the time I found myself needing help, but I just couldn't get myself to ask for help. So I'm going to be asking for help from professors or reaching out to professors a lot more often, as well as like study groups and talking with my peers. I also want to be more involved and take advantage of more opportunities. So like this upcoming Saturday or next Saturday, we have like a mock trial tips class or whatever. It's only for about 2 hours. It is on a Saturday, but again, I signed up for it because in the end it's going to help me, and I definitely need to take advantage of every and any opportunity that they give me to be more successful. What did I find the hardest my first semester? So definitely getting accustomed to the way of learning. And another thing was making that shift from college to law school. So even though I did have that semester off, the most recent type of schooling that I had was college. So of course I was used to the way of learning in college. It's not a lot of critical thinking. So definitely shifting from that and how fast-paced law school is compared to college, that was definitely a shock, because you're reading about like 50 pages per day per class, and in college I would read maybe 50 pages a week. Again, it depends on your major, on your school, so don't just take that very lightly, but for me that's how it was. So that shift for me was pretty hard. I did realize that I have to take certain extra steps than my classmates to learn certain things. So for me, I have to take reading notes, I have to take class notes, and then I still have to do my outline. I just have to do multiple things too, where some people, they just take one set of notes and that's enough to like know throughout the semester what's going on. And for me, I need to take so many steps before I can fully grasp what we're learning. So that was another thing that wasn't really the case for me in college, and now in law school it is. So that was just a little bit hard to get used to, but in my recap video that I made a couple of weeks ago, I kind of touch on this, how like not everyone's going to learn the same way in law school, so you just kind of got to do what you got to do for yourself to learn the best you can. Also, I did want to mention, I don't have the book here with me. I think I left it back at home. But if you are going straight from college to law school, or right now you're a senior in college and thinking about law school, I definitely recommend reading Bridging the Gap Between College and Law School. Again, I don't have the book, but you can get it on Amazon. I think I bought it for like $12, $15. I don't remember honestly, but it kind of just helps you get an idea of what the shift between college and law school is going to be like, and kind of what to expect. Because like I said, they're completely different worlds, so you kind of want to have an idea of what you're getting yourself into. So that book really helped me. It wasn't too much of a shock. I mean, it's different knowing about it than going through it. So the going through it part was a shock, but I already knew what was coming. So yeah. I think the last question I'm going to answer, and this is a kind of common one, is what school do I attend? So for privacy reasons, I don't think I'm going to state the actual name of the school on my channel just yet. Maybe in the future I will, but for right now, I'm not sure I want to share that just yet. So I hope you guys understand that. It is very likely that a lot of you guys can probably guess what school I go to, because if you put the pieces together, it's kind of there. But I won't explicitly say the name, again, just for privacy reasons. So I hope you guys understand. But with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I know it's kind of a short one, but I just wanted to touch on a few things that I thought you guys would like to know and would like to hear me share. So if you guys have any other questions, leave them in a comment down below. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you guys enjoyed it. I do have a lot of content coming up since the semester is about to start, so make sure you leave a comment on what you guys would like to see or questions that you would like answered. I'm always replying to questions on the comments, so if you have another question that was not answered here, just leave it down below. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.